Utterly crass. SNP shamed again as President links Ukraine held to Scottish independence. The SNP has been shamed again after its president came under furious attack for comparing Russia's invasion of Ukraine to the UK government's refusal to back a second Scottish independence referendum. The former Constitution Secretary has sparked outrage after making a series of comparisons in a blog post for the SNP's website. In the blog, titled 3 Things Scotland Must Consider in its Response to the Ukraine Invasion, he wrote, "The right of people to choose how they are governed and by whom is an absolute and must be universally applied, respecting each and every democratic mandate. Nor can that right be circumscribed by history. Just because something was, doesn't mean it will always continue to be so, whether that be rule from Moscow or the result of an 8-year-old referendum." The blog post saw Mr. Russell suggest that Russian oligarch funding was used against the independence campaign. He continued, "The modern Tory party has been contaminated by dirty cash, obtained by theft and other criminality and washed by hordes of London accountants, lawyers, and so-called wealth managers. There is little doubt that some of that money was used against Scotland in the 2014 referendum, and it has certainly financed collective and individual Tory election victories." Mr. Russell also claimed Brexit had the backing of the Kremlin and that shady individuals have bought political influence under the Conservatives. The blog post saw the former Constitution Secretary praise the political maturity of Scotland uniting to condemn Russia's invasion of Ukraine. But he also insisted that does not mean SNP ministers had to align with their UK counterparts on all conflicts. The comments from Mr. Russell sparked a furious reaction from Scottish Liberal Democrat MSP Willie Rennie, who raged, "There's enough hot air coming off Mike Russell to end dependence on Russian oil and gas." Likening the longevity of the 2014 referendum result in any way to rule from Moscow is one of the stupider things I have heard from a senior SNP figure. It is utterly crass to draw any parallels between what is going on in Ukraine to Scotland's situation, when people in Ukraine are fighting and dying to avoid falling under the yoke of the Kremlin. Mr. Rennie also demanded Mr. Russell apologise for his comments in the blog. It is the latest moment of shame for the SNP after MSP Michelle Thompson sparked fury on Monday by tweeting that Ukraine's application for EU membership just goes to show what political will can achieve, while adding, "Remember this, Scotland." Scotland's First Minister Nicola Sturgeon wants to hold a second referendum on independence before the end of 2023, despite continued objections from the UK government. She has also suggested Scotland could one day rejoin the EU in the event of a successful referendum vote.